Welcome back to Inside the Chiro Tribe. I'm Mary Lucus-Flannery, and today I have a wonderful guest. We have with us today Dr. Ryan Bones. He is here speaking, of course, to our students today. You have a practice in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Absolutely.
Lovely city. I've only been there once, but it was lovely.
I'm glad you know where it is. A lot of people don't.
I even said it right.
You did. I was actually waiting for it. I was like, it's not Coeur d'Alene, which I said for a while when I got there and I was wrong. But it's gorgeous up there.
And you are also the president of ChiroSushi, which is an organization that is really making a buzz in chiropractic right now. So we're delighted to have you on campus chatting with our tribe. And we want to get to know a little bit more about you. So
I'm honored to be here.
Question one, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Yes, but to answer everyone's question, Bones is the real last name. I get it all the time. I didn't change it. I come from actually a long line of family farmers in rural South Dakota. Mm-hmm. And just at a very young age, I took a charge playing basketball. Like many other people's stories, kind of got hurt. My small town local chiropractor fixed me up. Started to fall in love with the idea of how chiropractic worked, and then knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And this is really weird. I was a nerdy little kid at this is like 12 years old. Knew I wanted to own my own business and help people and be a doctor. And so chiropractic clicked for me at an extremely young age. So I basically laser beamed my way to where we are today. I got my biological sciences degree at University of Nebraska, and then I graduated from Parker in Dallas, Texas in December of 2015. I then moved to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, because I thought it looked nice on Apple Maps, frankly. I didn't know a soul. I just knew I wanted to be somewhere with mountains and lakes and trees, and it had everything. And so 4 months later, on April 4th of 2016, I opened Beyond Bones Chiropractic, which it took me a long time to come up with a name that was going to use it. So Beyond Bones Chiropractic.
Awesome. So what are you going to take from, you have a pretty interesting history, right? As a recent grad, involved in all this media stuff, you're like the millennial chiropractor, which I love having the range because we have speakers.
Right.
So what are you going to bring to our students today? What's your message to Life West and to the profession? So
today I'm going to talk about modern marketing. And as a millennial, the 80s are dead, and so is the marketing. And so I'm going to talk about some new ways, new strategies, and just an overall new philosophy that is resonating with the younger generations a lot better when it comes to spreading the message of chiropractic through bringing people in the doors of your clinic. When we have students coming out, it's not the phone book advertising anymore. We're on Facebook, we're on social media, and that's what I'm going to kind of touch on and hopefully give them some strategies of how they can do that.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about your bigger vision for chiropractic, right? Like whether it's 5-year plan, 20-year plan, 50-year plan. What do you, Ryan Bones, see coming up in chiropractic?
I think that chiropractic is in a perfect position to start to take over a majority of healthcare roles for most people. Speaking of millennials, you have a generation that is shying away from the traditional medical model of a pill for an ill and going to the MD and starting to look at other options. We're a totally different group of people from our parents or our grandparents. And I think that chiropractors are resonating really, really well with that generation based on our philosophy and based on our authenticity and our individuality. We're not part of the kind of the man, if you will. We're
anti-establishment.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Sort of. Yeah. And so I really see chiropractic taking over that role and being a much, much bigger player in the overall general, almost kind of primary care position for the younger generations moving forward.
Mm-hmm. How would you define success for a future chiropractor?
I would say success is reaching the highest potential of their authentic self, because that could mean a family and a small practice that you get a chance to go home to your kids every night. That could mean 18 clinics across the country. I don't think there is one definition of success, but it's whatever is their most authentic version, doing that to their highest ultimate potential.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Are you ready for the speed round?
Yep.
All right. So what's the one thing you love the most about chiropractic?
I love the purity, when provided correctly, of an adjustment in its ability to help the body. It's just so simple that there is no other big side effects, we're just removing the interference from the nervous system. That's it. And from there, how that can cascade into such amazing overall health changes and just be so impactful for people, I think it's just one of the most pure things in the universe.
What is your favorite chiropractic word?
I thought about this one a lot because there's a lot of great chiropractic words. But I want to try to have a different answer than probably what people have said before. And so a word I've been using in my practice a lot lately is resiliency. And I love that being under principal chiropractic care, you're helping people become more resilient to the stresses that they take on every single day. Almost like I'm giving them a suit of armor that they go out in their life and they can resist the chemical, physical, emotional stresses and resiliency. I love that.
All right, big final question. Sometime in the future, you will no longer be here. Wherever it is you go, if you were to be met there by the chiropractic greats that have meant the most to you, what would you want them to say to you?
This was also a tough one because there's lots of different things. I think the two main things I would love to hear is you did everything you were capable of, and thank you. And just knowing that I did everything I could to serve our profession and guard the sacred trust, that would mean a lot to me, and to hear some appreciation for people that I have a great appreciation for would be amazing.
I'm delighted you're here today sharing your future legacy with us already. And it's really vital that you're showing so many young chiropractic students that there are different ways to be successful.
Absolutely.
And different methods to
Yes.
use to achieve that success. So thank you for taking time inside the Chiro Tribe, and we'll see you in the big auditorium very soon.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks.